Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Channel. We're going to be going into New Game Plus for Lords of the Fallen today. I have taken some time to gather up a few things that I had missed and from the previous playthrough. Did complete a few of the special quest lines, things like that. But we have our new build going up. We have a Umbral build going, so this is going to be another rather heavy caster build. All of the element type builds, you can do weapon exclusives, but a lot of them have very good spells and things that just make them very worth using. Hold on. Worth using a lot of the spells. So let's see. I never decided what I wanted as like my last ring. I think there's one that deals additional wither damage. That's a big thing that we're going to be doing with this Umbral build, is that we have a lot of wither damage. And the additional fire and wither damage. We're able to cast spells without mana, so having the mana regen is not very good for us. We do like no physical damage, so we definitely don't want that. Let's get us in the light range now. I don't want to sacrifice a spell slot. Could do frostbite buildup. Wouldn't be bad. Alright, so we have this ring here that increases fire damage and wither damage. We'll go ahead and try that out, see how it goes. So we have the Nahuda Polearm, got it up to a +10. This is looking for an A in Radiance and Inferno scaling. Could go ahead and dump the rune that makes it weighs nothing, just to save us a little bit of encumbrance, but I don't think it's going to get us out of medium range, so there's no point in doing that. Lost Barracuda's Catalyst, +10, A rank in Radiance and Inferno again. I'm going to be rocking the Painful Echo for AoE, Barrage of Echoes for more AoE, but also this is our single target spam spell. Diminishing Missile is just a debuff, so that's going to be helpful. Poison Weapon, I doubt I'll use it very often, but I thought it was a good case. And then Latimer's Javelin is our long range snipe for whenever we need it. We're rocking the full Herald of the Maw set. I think it looks very, very good for an Umbral type build. Pendant of Atrophy, which lets us cast Umbral sorceries with insufficient mana, but at the cost of withered health. But if we're landing our hits with those withered spells, then we're going to gain all that withered health back, so it really doesn't matter. Puissance Ring just for the increased sorcery damage, and then the Ring of Night's Fire for the increased wither damage. Alright, I think I got our level up high enough. Oh, I guess that's something I could show too, huh? We are currently 121. We've got 50 in Radiance and Inferno, which is the first light cap for those. We have Vitality up to 39, and all the other stats are at base for the class that we had selected. I will be taking Vitality up some more, probably up to 50, but then that's probably where we'll sit for a while, unless we feel like the New Game Plus is outscaling us too hard that we have to overlevel just to complete the content. So we're going to be starting New Game Plus here.
Lo, the latest receiver of his grace. Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly. And so does Aureus' wisdom guide my hand in the bestowment of this subsequent boon.
Alright, so we've already seen these, so I am going to skip all the cutscenes and whatnot. And we're going to be trying to book it through here, because I feel like we know where we're going now, what we need to do. Ooh. The bad thing about the Umbral build is that a lot of your stuff is Wither. And Wither is a very cool concept, but it's a lot cooler whenever you are have quick weapons. So that may be what that's why it's primarily still a spellcaster build. It's because we're not a build that is going to one-shot with our melee at all. Does not work. That one did. Okay. I haven't played around with the polearm yet. I thought that the polearm would be cool. I didn't want to go with the pickaxes because every Umbral build that I see uses the pickaxes, or Lost Barracuda's axe. I think it's Lost Barracuda's axe. Marco's axe. So I didn't want to use those. So I thought, let's go with something that I haven't seen other people using. Umbral finishers, where you're damaging someone who has only withered health, is a very real thing in this build. More Saintly Quintessence? I figured we were maxed out. I know we had all the ones from that playthrough, but maybe we can raise it higher in the New Game Plus. Alright, still doing our, wanting to complete our missions, so I can't defeat the Light Reaper here, even if I could do it. I need him to go all the way to his very last, last spawn where you fight him. See, we chunked half his HP there in that one cast, and there goes the other half. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully the game can handle the Light Reaper this time. Those feet. Out of the mall set looking. All right. So we already did Paladin Isaac's quest, but I'm gonna go ahead and come pick this up because it'll allow us a couple more we can complete it all the way up to taking him into the last fight that he needs to go into. So we can get a couple more items, we can get a couple more scourings, things like that. Oh, right, it reduces, every time you go in a New Game Plus, it reduces how many vestiges there are. So...
I always, your problem, take it lightly. I don't know, but since it's making you a bigger, if you know any.
Yeah, we don't have a vestige here anymore. That's insane. I could angle it myself to throw that far. Just don't particularly want to. The Latimer's javelin goes freaking insanely far if you're free aiming it. Right. Where you at? There you are. So technically wouldn't have to get like all this stuff. The only thing is that I don't know if there's anything new and where it's at. So kind of playing it safe and like still gathering everything. Which that may change later. It looks like there's not a reason to. If I don't end up finding like a single new thing, then I might as well just run through or just destroy areas and not really worry about the items. Alright, let's see if we have a vestige here. Good. Let's try this again. There we go. Say there's a few more enemies around. How you doing, Mauler? A raw mangler. Barely sidestepped in time. So I don't have a ton of stamina, which you saw there, like 2 heavy attacks and I'm like done. But I think it's okay for a caster build.
You carry the... If you don't make use of... I've given you from now on. I've given you from now on. Find your...
So we will be going for the Umbral ending in this playthrough, since we are doing a Umbral build. I'll do at least 3 playthroughs probably in general, just because there's 3 endings. And then after that, I don't know if I'll do additional playthroughs for other builds, or if I'll just do like a build guide for certain ones that I come up with. There's a lot of builds in here that are very interesting. Hopefully we can just mark Pieta. Itch on my nose. Good fight, Pieta.
Brothers and sisters, you honor us and all who came before you with your sacrifices. While I wish they were unnecessary, my wishes will not ease your suffering, but I pray my sorcery does.
Alright, there's her remembrance. Whoa. That was A little uncalled for game.
I had no doubt, and as one worthy of the my name is the Holy, the Church of Ord, the duty and ensuring the while this she.
I've already heard all this,
but now
so
it
just
is
gonna
to
skip through.
use the and deliver salvation. Road the Aureus mercy. You serve a higher purpose.
Pretty sure I've purchased all his stuff. Neophyte, Orion Preacher. Oh, I will need to purchase quite a bit from him later on because he sells all the boss stuff. I did not get all the boss stuff before we completed his quest.
And to think, when all to deliver my forgive me, I'm Pieta, so well contained within. Should you bring them to me, the beacon and Adyr's fellow choke the beacons and Adyr fellow.
Okay, so we cannot upgrade our Family Quintessence, our Sanguinarix at all. So there's no point hanging on to that stuff. We have to free the paladin, I mean the blacksmith again before we can use her.
In Radiance, judgment.
Did purchase all his stuff, and I know now that you don't have to purchase this key, that eventually he just gives it to you. So yeah, not gonna do that. Not gonna waste the 18,000 vigor. We're very limited on what we can do here because we don't have the Bowl of Remembrance yet. Go ahead and activate this and rest. Go ahead and get some upgrades. Like I said, I think I'm going to take Vitality to 50, and then we'll probably sit there for a bit. May get Endurance up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. We're not going to be crazy leveling. Going to try and make it through with pretty much around this power level. We're not going to be doing anything to raise our power level at all.
Anyway,
But
you don't see we set ourselves. Let's watch a step more instead.
okay. I did do a little bit of PvE, and along with the farming of, because the game crashed, it says I'm offline. Because I was farming enemies to like level up and stuff like that, I got some pilfered coins from that enemy. So we do have some of the currency we could use for the online stuff. I don't really know what they offer from that shrine though.
Not a use like the one I've learned about that I hope you recognize in truth. Of course, my name is but far more than that. This has proven by my. That's right. We defy that only to be betrayed. So you'll while and give me the lap, no? It's saddened. I hope you see sense. My offers, after all. My offers, after all.
Alright. Now, they have added in a secret weapon attack for like all of the boss weapons. So the only thing that really have to do is for a lot of the fights you have to summon in Stromund.
I know it doesn't. It's a hard.
So any fight that isn't Kukujin needed for her quest line, we're gonna summon Stromund in just to see if we can get some of the unlocks for the special weapons. I don't know why, like, I've visited these areas in my previous playthrough multiple times and they were perfectly fine, but for some reason now they're acting very laggy. So I don't know what that's about. Items still over there. Woo. That's how you snipe someone, sir. Can also do the bucket quest, because we didn't do the bucket quest in the last playthrough. Which I'm gonna have to look up, because there's a like weird series of emotes and things like that you have to do. Yeah, there's a couple more enemies, looks like. That enemy was never there. Still not really anything that warrants, like, fully exploring and picking everything up, but I'm still looking, but keeping an eye out. Go back and get our item from the butterfly. Nice. Lots of large mana stone clusters, which is really nice. So I guess that's honestly the thing about all the vestige seed areas, is that as you get through subsequent playthroughs, you're gonna lose your main vestiges. So the seedling, like the flower beds for the seedlings, is then your way to like save your progress. Okay, this one's gone. I didn't get this, which I should have first. I think it's at New Game +3 that like all the vestiges are gone, other than the main ones. There's like ones at the there's a couple shrines that are out in the world, and those ones stay, and then the like main hub stays. But other than that, like all of them disappear. So that's gonna be quite an interesting time. of these guys coming up behind me. Let's see, we can do our R1 spell. Does a little bounce in between enemies. I do like the R1 spell quite a bit. It just doesn't do anywhere near the damage that Latimer's Javelin or the Hail of Echoes does.
Divine Adyr, witness this offering I make to you.
Right. Walk out here. Drop this. Go back into Umbral. Alright. Now we gotta deal with these fuckers. So if I don't... So it's the act of going toward the middle that spawns them, not... Press bridge key. Out of Umbral we go. Got our door back. Over to Dunmire. Alright, so I figured out that these things are for the Halloween event. The like flaming skulls that scream whenever you mind flay them. Not mind flay, when you soul flay them. So I think we have to beat the Hush Saint first to activate it, and then after that we'll be able to come back and start that quest line. Which essentially just leads to you fighting another variation of a Red Reaper as like an actual boss. So, nothing too impressive, but... Ammunition satchel, that's not what's normally there. What was there that... I mean, that was where you get the item to hand over to her, right? Maybe because we already have the item from the previous playthrough? I mean, I hope you're not using that as your main catalyst whenever you're playing an Inferno build. It's not a great one, so you shouldn't be, but...
Are veiled when they speak to me of it, but I know what they think. By marrying such a minor noble, I'm putting my own happiness before the good of the royal line and the welfare of Mondstadt. But they don't see in her all the things that I do. This kingdom is my home. I will do everything I can to protect it, as I always have. As you did, Uncle.
Alright, I finished playing out. already have all the throwing weapons also, and so I guess there's a ammunition satchel where that throwing weapon used to be. We can get this scouring now. Or stigma, I guess is what they're called, right?
Oh, hallowed sentinels. Most blessed representatives of the Holy Judge Cleric. My soul soars to see.
Hold your tongue, pilgrim. And on your feet. You are on sacred ground.
Nothing can spawn while you're in here. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I do know that you have to take all this off. You have to put on the condemned set. There. Put on the bucket. And then emotes. I know you have to do bucket lord. I know you have to do point down. So we'll leave point down on. Leave. Where's the bucket lord? The Lord's salute. And then I don't remember what the other one was. There's 3 of them. Let me look it up real quick. It maybe just be greeting. It's either greeting or like grovel or kneel or something. Greeting, point down, bucket lord salute. So I was right. Pride of the bucket lords has been reaffirmed. Alright. Now we can put all of our stuff back on. Hold on, let me go back in here so nothing spawns. While I'm like struggling to put all this stuff back on. Probably should. I didn't even think about it, but I probably should put all the stuff in the storage so that we can make sure that we have one of everything. Alright, that's the whole set. You have to collect all the armors, collect all of the weapons, like all that stuff for achievements, so you need to be able to keep track of it somehow. Takes a lot of farming for some pieces. So we're not going to be able to complete all of Damarosa's quest line, but we'll be able to do a good portion of it.
You know, not now. I know that don't. There's, but you won't. There's, but you won't find it in the light.
I don't think we're going to need to rest before we do this boss, so I'm just going to go in at it. I don't think we're going to die either, so no flower bed. Go ahead and drain this already. There's our bucket boy. The bucket salute. Alright, make sure we pick up our Pride of the Bucket Lords. Every 4 of those we need to go back to him and turn in. I didn't die to summon Strowman, but okay. I will probably not remember that at all, so I guess I probably shouldn't worry about that very much. I think this is probably a good spot. Grab this stuff real quick while I'm still in Umbral. And we can rest. And that will probably be it for this episode. It's a little bit early. It's only an hour long instead of the hour and a half that we normally do. But I have someone coming to work on my house, so I want to get this done before they show up. So I think that will be it for this episode of Let's Play through Lords of the Fallen's New Game Plus. I hope everyone is enjoying. If you are, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you on the next one.